Hey there all craft beer lovers. Yeah, time for another beer review, and we do have a special and rare beer on the channel tonight, guys. And not, of course, for just any reason. It's a special reason. This is review number 1000 on the channel. So I have done actually 1,000 reviews. Both beers and ciders, of course, and a couple of meads thrown into the mix as well. 1,000 reviews. Yeah, time is actually just flying. But I thought, guys, that for this review I would pick out something very, very special. And I went to my collection, picked out this one. We are returning after a very long hiatus to Cascade Brewing out of Portland, Oregon in the United States. We are taking a look at their very, very limited and rare beer, Bourbonic Plague. 2016 version, guys. It's an Imperial Porter aged in bourbon barrels with dates and spices, clocking in at a lovely 10.5% ABV in a big 750ml bottle. This is bottle 366 out of the very limited number 3,384 bottles. There you go, guys. We have we have the Cascade Brewing cap, bird cage and wooden cork. Let's take a closer look here as well. We will just have to take our time because it's review number 1000, right? Bourbonic Plague. To celebrate Cascade Brewing's 20th anniversary, we are thrilled to offer one of our rarest and most celebrated beers, Bourbonic Plague, a blend of sour imperial porters aged in bourbon and wine barrels for up to 2 years with dates, cinnamon, vanilla, and orange peel. This extremely limited blend marks 20 extraordinary years of brewing, blending, and sharing beers. Cheers to 20 years. That sounds absolutely gorgeous, of course. Cascade Brewing, a little bit about those guys. I have tried a couple of beers from these guys. I've been always very, very impressed. I very well remember their raspberry sour beer that I did 3 or 4 years ago. Or I didn't do it on the channel. It was before I started the channel, but I drank it and it was absolutely mind-blowing. So I do have high hopes for this one, guys. Cascade Brewing Bourbonic Plague 2016. So without further ado, let's open this baby up. And I do want to take the moment here while I'm opening this one to thank each and every one of you guys subscribing to the channel, commenting on the channel, your kind comments, your encouragement and everything. I do have not so many subscribers, but I know that a lot of people are loyal viewers. Let's open this baby up. There we go. Oh yeah, good deal of smoke, nice pop. Let's get it cracked open, guys, see what we get. So I do want to thank each and every one of you subscribing, commenting, and all that. So, I mean, this is why I do it. For my passion for beer, guys. A couple of more drops in. There we go. I'm doing this for my passion, my personal passion of beer, and what I think I want to share that with each and every one of you. And I know a lot of you people, a lot of big beer and cider fans. So I do want to share that with you and have that interaction with you. And I thank you very much to each and every one of you. Okay, what do we have? A finger's worth of a nice off-white colored head. Definitely a, not perhaps jet black, a little bit of light bleeding through, but very, very dark porter indeed. Let's get the aroma. Oh my goodness me. Talk about potency on the smell. Lot of sweet raisins and dates. Sour lactic acid in abundance going on. Definitely a spicy vibe to it. Oh, It's very complex, but it's definitely got that lovely Cascade Brewing character to it. That lactic acid, that sourness, that intense sourness. Yeah. Dates, raisins, bourbon vanilla, spices, lactic acid, a little bit of dark roasted malts. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy beer just by going by the smell of it. And I haven't tasted it yet, but I'm going to do it now. Cheers, everyone. And thank you for all the support. And cheers to another 1,000 reviews. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Oh. Ho, 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 ho. Woo. Oh my goodness me, that's sour. It actually made my eyes tears. Made me shed some tears, but tears of joy. What a lovely beer. What an intensely sour beer. I have to go for another one, guys. It is, I'm going, yeah, trust me, I'm going to try to make this beer some justice here, but I have to go for another one. Oh. Oh. Whew. Oh, that's sour. That's a sour beer. Okay, guys, so let's get on with the review. I'm sorry if I'm stalling a bit. It's not on purpose. It's very, very potent beer. The beer, when you get that beer in your mouth initially, you do get kind of a nice vibe of dark fruit, a little bit of dates, a little bit of vanilla, kind of a nice touch of sweetness to it. And then it very quickly transforms into that very, very intensely sour beer. It's so intensely sour. It's mouth puckering. It's drying up my palate. But it's still leaving a lot of kind of minerally, dark fruity vibes on my palate there. Intense. It's intense, guys. I have to go for another one. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's intensely sour in the aftertaste. Intense. Absolutely intense. One of the most sour beers that I've ever tried actually in my life. I mean, you do get initially a little bit of that sweet bourbon notes, sweet vanilla bourbon, rather more vanilla bourbon than straight up bourbon. Got a touch of that barrel aging at the back end with that, providing that dryness. A little bit of spices and dates and figs and what have you, but they're not strong. What's dominating is that extreme sour beer. You wouldn't have noticed, wouldn't have pegged this for a porter, but it's actually an Imperial porter, aged in those bourbon barrels there, to together with little spice and dates and what have you. Very dry on the aftertaste, guys. Extremely well made, extremely intense in its sourness. It's not for the faint of heart. This is what I would call a beer. Don't remember what I paid for it. Bought it a couple of years ago. I mean, for the, as you can see there, the 20th anniversary of Cascade Brewing there. There you go. I mean, in spite of what I paid for it, which I don't remember how much I paid, it was worth it. So very nice to share this one with you guys on the 1,000 review celebration on the channel. Thanks again, everyone, for the comments, for the subscribing and everything. Rating for this beer. It's so intense. If you like intense beers, intense sour beers with a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of spice, bourbon vanilla, a little bit of date and fig, lactic acid in abundance, you will love this. I'm going to give it a straight up 4 out of 5. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time. Take care.